and we'll go ahead and do a 360. We're in a pretty heavily wooded area of the campground. There are sections that have less trees that you can get, but they weren't available when we made our reservation. So we have to deal with trees and Starlink. We were hoping that our cell plans that we have, we've got multiple cellular data plans. They used to work in Canada. Apparently something's changed since the last time we came to Canada. Neither one of our unlimited data plans is connecting and working here. So we're relying solely on Starlink for internet. We work Monday through Thursday, sometimes Friday, which means we have to have a solid internet connection. And if you have experienced Starlink, it doesn't like trees like this. So there's been some issues, and I'll show you kind of our solution. So we have our Starlink pole mounted, try to get out of the sun here, and you'll see that we've got it about 30 feet in the air. And some people, go back here, some people like to make comments like, are you trying to reach the actual satellite? No, we're not trying to reach the actual satellite. What we're trying to do is get the Starlink high enough that it gets out of most of the obstructions created by this enormous amount of trees that are hanging out here. We also have our site on the south side of the campground, so Starlink likes to point north for best reception, and that gives us a shot north to try to clear some of these obstructions. So it helps out a little bit. Now, if we go back to looking at our pole mount, now that we could probably see it from over here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 sections of that flagpole buddy pole up there. They only recommend using 4, but we've gone a little bit over that to try to get it higher and clear the trees. We had it originally with 2 sections less, so 8 feet less height. We were getting some obstructions and we were getting some lags. Our live calls were dropping out and we were having some internet problems. So I added the extra 2 sections in there in hopes that it would help out a little bit, and it did. We are now making it through our phone calls with no drops. Our TV is nice and solid and not pixelating and dropping down to like 1980s quality anymore, and life is pretty good. We haven't had any issues. So if you're one of those people wondering about how to mount your Starlink, I like pole mounting it because it gives you options of where to mount it and how high you can go. If you roof mount it, yeah, maybe you get good reception, maybe you won't. We also have a tripod that we carry with us that we can use to move it away from the RV, but there's not really any room for that here. And we've discovered that we can put it in the window that's in the sleeper cab of the truck, that's in the roof of the sleeper cab, and get internet while we're on the road, which is a challenge here in Canada, especially when you're in the more rural areas. Same thing's going to happen when we're in Alaska. It's going to be a challenge to get internet, and it looks like Starlink's going to fix it for us.